Caitlin Clark is included in this film, which surfaced previously and shows a fever shoot-around. Just before this, another video of Caitlin Clark in Atlanta surfaced, firing shots in a playoff game. Without Caitlin Clark, they accomplished this. Like you guys, they have a lot of baggage, in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is the sole popular figure. It goes without saying that the Indiana Fever will play Game 3. Tonight, Caitlin Clark's most recent practice video went viral 2 minutes ago. Supporters can't stop chatting. Are you truly prepared for the semifinals? Let's get started. People were waiting in anticipation of Caitlin Clark's arrival back. Caitlin Clark is heavily involved in this film, which surfaced previously and depicts a heated shootout. This video previously surfaced, demonstrating where Caitlin Clark was completely immersed in the Fever shootout. She was hanging out with the team and making three-pointers, which appeared to be precisely what app performs when getting ready to play. Applause is all up in this right here, right there. And she's just blasting out there. Threes lingering. This is exactly what a player does when they're going to play, I thought. Another video of Caitlin appeared, Clark taking shots on the floor in Atlanta just prior to a playoff game. The image of her rehearsing and moving swiftly went viral, increasing more inquiries concerning her status. And dude, I simply detest this. Because the fans are kind of donking a character the entire time. I truly detest this summertime. She's coming, I see. Man, it's day to day, week to week. And she's never really been about to return before Game 3. Caitlin Clark was spotted going through a pre-game shootout, although she wasn't performing that evening. There was speculation that she might still be prepared for further action because she participated in warm-ups. She's working out properly before the game, as in, what's going on? Before the third game, she is going through a pre-game shootout. Clearly, there isn't apparently. She is still qualified even though she is not playing tonight. I created a second video discussing this. And I'll go into more detail on Scott Agnes's situation. A different period, suppose, but Caitlin Clark seems unable to avoid basketball. Without Caitlin Clark, the Fever managed to pull off an unexpected victory. But everyone was still thinking about the name. Supporters noted that having Clark return would make the run even riskier if the club made it to the semifinals. Without Caitlin Clark, they accomplished this. They are carrying a lot of burdens. They are fighting for a number of things. Continue to fight. I'm thrilled to be a fan. This is what I had predicted. Everyone else believed that they were going to lose today, and I assured you that there is genuine momentum. You can defeat a behemoth if you have momentum, dude. Many have stated that Caitlin Clark is still WNBA's sole popular attraction. The fact that her practice video became viral demonstrates the excitement she brings to the court. Even for a short while, as you are all aware, the only popular player in the WNBA is Caitlin Clark. The mainstream media, however, deserves praise for their outstanding work in cleaning this dung. The media does a fantastic job of persuading people that the WNBA is booming in popularity. But in actuality, WNBA's success is similar to basketball success. It is fictitious. It's a lie. As the Indiana Fever were getting ready for the third game, inquiries censoring Clark's situation persisted. Her practice appearances continued to feed rumors that she might make a comeback for the semifinals, and reporters confirmed that she was technically eligible. It goes without saying that the Indiana Fever will play Game 3 tonight. Scott Agnes tweets, and let me tell you something, whatever your thoughts are about Scott Agnes, the closest thing to an insider is Scott Agnes. 2. Many doubts were raised when Caitlin Clark was seen strolling through a shoot. If she had already been ruled out for the season, many questioned why she was still playing and if a comeback was imminent. Team acknowledged. You know, it simply makes folks wonder what in the world is happening. What's going on, really? Seeing her recover is encouraging. Why wouldn't she just be off her feet, even though it does? It is not expected that she will return. I mean, we think it would be the earliest she ever played basketball again. Furthermore, I believe that many of us don't believe she will play in that level. You would therefore be looking at May of the following year. What are we doing? According to reports, Clark injured her ankle while working out. However, she kept shooting and practicing. Insiders repeatedly stated that the decision was final even as videos of her went viral. For the season, she was out, according to Scott Agnes. This person has a Scott then responded, "Yeah, she's qualified, but she's not playing this season. The choice has been made. It's not the groin," Scott added. "Actually, it's the ankle. Bro, he's their poster boy. They assign him to do this because he is their poster boy. I can't even read this, I'll bet you. I wager you this is not even readable by me. He will most likely charge you to read it. This post is sponsored, you see? People are paying to read the fucking story, dude." Caitlin Clark had been sprinting and changing directions at full speed for weeks. According to witnesses, many were believed that the Fever did not want her to play again this season because she was still sidelined. Because if she is stopped by her trainer for, this wouldn't be taking place if it were her side this season. She wouldn't be doing semi-full speed exercises if our trainer stopped her for the season. It's the speed you would work out at, not gaming speed. At shots, you would go at this speed. We've observed she goes all out. Her maximum speed has been witnessed by us. We've witnessed her sprinting. We have witnessed her make abrupt changes in direction. It takes about a week to go from changing directions at full speed to playing while suffering from a groin strain. It was a month. We have been hearing about that for the past month. The Fever declared that, despite their progress, Caitlin Clark had been lost to a season-ending injury, even as supporters questioned why she looked so engaged and prepared for the game in practice clips. The organization continued to reiterate that message. Due to season-ending injuries, Kayla Clark and 4 other players left the Indiana Fever for the first time since 2015. They have officially secured their place in the semifinals with a stunning comeback victory over the Atlanta Dream, the number 3 seed. There is real stunner momentum. Guys, momentum is real. As I mentioned earlier, there was some size on the ball with Turner. Momentum. Additionally, the Indiana Fever possessed the drive to bring this thing home and win this dub. And folks, I'm glad, buddy. Nearly half as many people watched the Fever's playoff game without Clark as they did the previous year. This drop in rating stoked rumors that the team and the league handled her injury announcement poorly, leaving supporters in the dark about her actual condition. 1.8 million people watched the Indiana Felines. Viewers for the first playoff game. There was no Sophie Cunningham or Caitlin Clark this past Sunday. Bob Greer was the greatest celebrity, playing a total of 8 minutes. Atlanta Dreamers, Cats, and ABC's 951,000 viewers. Although Caitlin Clark was technically permitted to return, Scott Agnes clarified that the decision had been made to sit here out. Although many thought the Fever had deceived their followers, he disclosed that the ankle injury was the primary cause. And now someone replied over here, "Scott, could you please let us know if Caitlin can make a comeback this season for a playoff game?" Although they stated that she would be out for the season, does that imply that she's not allowed to participate in the playoffs? Yes, she's eligible, but she's out for the season, Scott stated. The choice has been produced. If Caitlin Clark were to return, everything would be different for the Fever, who were only 1 victory away from the semifinals. They would have a genuine opportunity to contend for the WNBA title with her on the court. They have a chance to go to the semifinals if Caitlin Clark returns, proceed to win the WNBA title. It's all different with Caitlin Clark. They would have an opportunity to continue and win the WNBA title. Many supporters pointed out that the Fever had a chance to win a title. Despite their doubts that she would be permitted to return, including by adding Clark to the lineup, the team's chances of winning the semifinals would increase immediately. They had a chance to win a chip, for example, and instead of thinking, consider this, since they most likely don't trust their squad to win the chip, they won't even allow Caitlin Clark to return. Even if they have a roster that can win the chip, you have Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, and Caitlin on your fucking team, and you won't allow her to return for the playoffs. And you all genuinely believe that they will. Give her permission to unravel. Even a 15-minute performance by Caitlin Clark could propel the Fever to the championship. Game if they made it that far? Just her shooting. Prowess would spread the court and provide teammates with the room they required to be successful. If we encounter the storm from Seattle, 15 minutes every night the Beaver might advance to the finals with just Caitlin Clark, half healthy. 15 minutes per game if we win tonight and advance to the storm. We could make it to the finals thanks to Caitlin Clark. People say things like, "Oh, you're not a doctor," and I appreciate that. What, Armand? What are you talking about? These doctors don't seem to understand what's happening, just as I don't. Regarding the Indiana Fever, made it to the semifinals for the first time in 10 years. Although fans applauded the upset, many feel that the narrative wouldn't be complete without Clark's comeback will help the squad reach new heights. Guys, the Indiana Fever will be making it to the dang semifinals for the first time in 10 years. That team was ranked number 6. They ought to have been ranked 2 or 3. We are aware of Fokkert adversity. Adversity is overcome and the task is completed. They prevailed. This Atlanta game. I already told you. Without Caitlin Clark, playoff games suffered a significant loss. According to the mainstream media, a segment of their audience. The league might see record-breaking viewership if she returned to the court during the playoffs. A'ja Wilson is treated like a celebrity by the media, yet she has yet to attract 500,000 spectators to the season's most important game. I'm telling the WNBA has been concealing ratings during the regular season because of you. I would like you to consider something. Supporters thought Clark wanted to play and was prepared, so they urged she could go if the Fever permitted it. Her presence was felt by many in that would just take the semifinals to alter the season's entire plot. Given the audience at the beginning of the show, what I would have anticipated the viewership to have been if Caitlin Clark had been there. If Caitlin Clark had been playing, I would have anticipated 3 million viewers for the season. The number was 0.95 million. The Aces simply outdrew them. 66% of respondents replied, "I don't care to watch." 66% refused. They have an opportunity to advance and win the WNBA championship if they go to the semifinals and Caitlin Clark returns. You have Michael Jeffrey Jordan on your fucking team. You have Caitlin, and you're not letting her return for the postseason. For 15 minutes each night, Caitlin Clark could be enough to advance the Fever to the championship game. The Indiana Fever will be making it to the semifinals for the first time in a decade. As everyone is aware, Caitlin, the WNBA Clark, is the only popular player. They have an opportunity to advance and win the WNBA championship. If they go to the semifinals and Caitlin Clark returns, they are not allowing her to return. And they are in the underscore playoffs. Caitlin Clark will always be able to assist the Indiana Fever in making the finals, particularly if the Seattle Storm is our opponent. Additionally, the Indiana Fever will be making it to the freaking semifinals for the first time in 10 years. You are all aware that Caitlin Clark is the only popular attraction in the WNBA. I have no doubt that Caitlin Clark could if she want to. In the event that the Fever Warium going to allow her, the wait is nearly over. The prepared Caitlin Clark is for the stage of the semifinals. Don't waste any time. Please share, like, and subscribe for all the most recent developments.